Test. Check. Come in. Welcome to our live stream for today. We are currently playing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Fun little game we have at the moment. We are gonna go wild in the arena. We were supposed to be going wild in the Grand Prix, but we didn't realize we only had one run to do. It's blocked. So it turns out the one per day, it fully ends once you do one run, even if it's dated for 2 days. Interesting to know. But nonetheless, we are okay with it. We did 3 wins and 2 losses, which is not the worst. And we are having a good time nonetheless, so why not? Let's proceed. Let's continue on and grind ranked. Because why not? Let me just set up chat so that we can see it across the board. Pop out chat and then Twitch as well. We're gonna be popping out chat. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We are chilly gonna be playing Spell Boost at the moment, because that's what we're familiar with. But aside from that, we are open to exploring the metagame. The interesting thing though is the metagame is gonna change, because if I remember correctly, the release is gonna happen tonight or tomorrow, at which point all of the cards we've got is still gonna be usable, but there are gonna be new cards. So right now we have set 1 at the moment, and then in a few hours, by I think 14 hours, it might be the same time as the end of the GP, we'll have something new. It's not gonna be Legends Rise anymore, so if you want Legends Rise, you should be getting them now. And I think these are specific to Legends Rise as well. So we use them, well, I'm not 100% sure, but the logo on here looks the same as the card packs themselves. So let's open them up while we have them, because if they rotate out, then it's out. Unless they stay on, at which point you can still buy them. It could be that like there's gonna be another one, but I don't know how they're gonna be implementing that. Cool. What are we gonna be playing at the moment? We are gonna be on Runecraft. We have been testing a few different builds, specifically on the 2-cost slot. At the moment, we're trying out Truth Summons with Emilu. Another build we have tried was Witch's New Brew. 1-cost draw card and 5-cost Runeblade Conductor instead of Emilu. Other build is Radiant Rainbow, which is there. Other build is Ruby, which is there. So we're either using units with Truth Summons, which summons you a 2/2, or Ruby. Other build is card draw, which is New Brew, or Radiant Rainbow, and we swap over Emilu for Runeblade Conductor, and that's it really. So at the moment, let's try out Emilu, because last game off stream, what happened was we got stuck with a Runeblade Conductor on turn 3, and we couldn't do anything. And let's go. Boom. Hello. Test. Check. Mic test. I think we are good. We're playing against the Mirror. We're going second, which is a bad spot to be in. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you are in any of those platforms, or if you want to chill in any of the other platforms, you're free to do so. It's all the same. It is all a fun, chill stream. And yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Alright, cool. So we're playing against the Mirror. That's why we mulliganed away our non-mirror cards, like Stormy Blast. We have our 2-drop. We have Double William, which is not the best to see early on. It does guarantee that we are safe against Kuons. If our opponent decides to like spam Kuons, we have the answer right there. Alright, Truth summons from the opponent's side. We have Miss Miranda from our side. What we want actually is card draw, like Seraphic Tidings or Homework Time. That's what we need to get ahead. And then we also need stuff like Dimension Climb, which is what our top deck gave us. So let's play Miss Miranda, end the turn there, and then just continue on. Let's see. Pasok na lang pasok mga kapatid. Welcome. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Right, Dimension Climb is here. Nothing really to do. There's an option to play Sage Light Teachings, but it's a waste. So let's just swing. There's an option to play it for the Earth Sigils. That might be the play since we have a lot at the moment. And then let's use the one extra play point to generate one more sigil. I usually don't do that because that eats up a space on the board. So for example, if we played Kuon here, the 2-1 would not be... It would just vanish. None of its effects would happen. Because the maximum is 5 on the board. That's why we're a bit conscious when we play the sigils. Okay. But if our opponent does not evolve, that was a good reason to play Sage Light. So we would have had nothing to deal with the Anangrea for this turn. So with this, we deal 4 damage across the board. And it's the same result anyway, because what would have happened was if Anangrea survived, Anne would have dealt 4, potentially 6 to us. So that play actually kept us alive. Cool. Let's see what's next. We are prepping for the 1.5k USD tournament, which we actually did not have space to play in before, but they opened up the wait list, which is great, and we are now waitlisted for both kickoff tournaments, the first and the second. So that's really good for us. Ooh, nice, Stormy Blast. What are we thinking about? We can either play Kuon now, so that we continue applying pressure to the board. That's not too bad, to be fair. If our opponent plays Kuon themselves, then they're in a bad spot if we decide to clear. But having that extra play point matters a lot as well. So Reg, aksi naman po, goods na goods. John Paul Febrer, how is it right now, kapatid? I haven't explored it. So I don't know where it is at the moment in terms of, is it good, is it bad? I'm open to exploring it, but because there are 2 aspects we just got from our holiday ba, and now we're figuring out if what games are out there to explore. Alright, we played William to clean up the board and then we continue. So I am curious, has Axie, and what Axie ba? V3 or V2? Is V2 updated now to be on the board pricing wise as well as support wise from the team? Are they now updating things? I am planning to check it out to see what the updates are, but I just haven't gotten to exploring it just yet. Is our opponent super evolving? Okay. Super evolved and dealt 5 damage to us. Interesting. So our play could be another William just to clean up, but it's not gonna be enough in the sense that this will survive, which means we have to evolve William to deal with Kuon. 7, 3, 2, 6. We can use our 7 cost Kuon now. We're still gonna be saving that 1 play point in the process. Other option is to play William, evolve William, deal with the Kuon, and wait from there, because that sets us up to play a 10 cost Kuon on turn 9. It's not bad as well, so I think we go for that. We've used up all of our Williams early on, but that's for us to gain an advantage in the mid to late. So that's gonna be what we are gonna be weighing. Does the early Williams set us up? If our opponent decides to spam, we'll barely have any answers for those. But we should be okay nonetheless. Ooh. I'm guessing Miranda's gonna get evolved.
Special assignment today. This next one for extra credit.
Let's see what's up. Blaze Destroyer is in, so here one play is to play Truth Summons to generate a board, and then we play Blaze Destroyer here. We can actually evolve the Blaze Destroyer. That becomes a 10-8 that can deal with the Miss Miranda there, and then we Stormy Blast the other Miss Miranda. So if you notice, we're just aggressively using our cards because the plan is to Dimension Climb later on. New year, new William. Alright, so now we're in a position to go back-to-back Kuon and just end the game. So let's go for it. Kuon once. That is gonna spell boost 10. Oh, for 5. The second is gonna do another spell boost, so Dimension Climb will go down to 0. Kuon's gonna set us up nicely to prevent any other kill except for the ruler kill, which is gonna happen nonetheless. If our opponent has Ruler of Cocytus into Dimension Climb into Astaroth to set our life to 0, then to 1, then we can't do anything about it. But Kuon is okay. We're happy with Kuon to deal with our board. But not, I think a second Kuon we die. No second Kuon, please. Yes! Looking good. And I think we won. Wait, are we... Oof. Can you deal with our 10-4 with something? With anything? Yes, they can. We lose. With the swing and 16 to life. Oof. This 16 is huge. Having that gain life from Sage Light might have mattered. But because they were able to deal with our big unit, we couldn't do much about it. Painful. That double demonic actually ended our game, getting our opponent the 16-16 plus the 1 damage.
Medium rare or well.
But it's all good. Demonic Call is present. Foresight is also present. Usually you mulligan the Foresight, but because we have a Demonic Call, that's going to be a turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 play. Which is not too bad, considering we're playing against an aggressive deck. I think that is alright. And we drew a Stormy Blast as well. Perfect. Alright, turn 1. Let's play that. Let's end the turn from there. Let's set up. Come in. Pasok lang ng pasok. Welcome to the stream, guys. We are currently playing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. A Web 2 card game that has a lot of potential because it's just been released and there are a lot of big tournaments at which we are currently waitlisted for. So we can either Stormy Blast 1, but I think we play Miss Miranda and end the turn there. See you in Shadowverse Open. Ino Clash, thank you kapatid. See you. Are you registered or waitlisted in the Open Kick Off? Oof. Right. Our opponent's continuing the aggression. So right now, there's an option to play Truth Summons or Miss Miranda. I think we play Truth Summons to save the evolution on Miss Miranda. So let's do that. And then let's play the Stormy Blast as well, bringing our Demonic Call to 3. That means if we play Anengrea next turn, that means it becomes 0 and we can deploy all of our units next turn. 2-2, no problem. Are you trading? Go for it. Nope. If our opponent is not gonna go for the trade, we are gonna use this opportunity to go wild. Okay. So let's Anengrea here. Let's deal damage there. Now we get a 6-6. Let's play the Demonic Call to deal with the 2-2 as well, keeping our Anengrea at a fresh 6 to be able to threaten later on. Di pa at open, next week pa naman, di mo na ako mag-limit testing ng Forest. Sayang slot sa Grand Prix, baka matisod. That's true, that's true. I haven't tried Forest to be honest, but it is very strong and it lines up very well if you play against Spell Boost. That's why we are conceding to play Emilu actually. It's one of the answers that we have. Not the best, but yep, we deal with it as such. Okay, next is we've got Miss Miranda. Our opponent has a very wide board, but we can finish that board up and deal a lot of damage. So we play a Miss Miranda, deal a few bits of damage there.
This next one for
Swing here as well. And then Stormy Blast, we can Stormy Blast that too. Deal 4 damage, that looks good. Other option here is to deal with our opponent's 1-3, which I think is what we want to do with our demon at the moment. And then swing here. We're saving our beefy units up for a lot of pressure in the next turn. Our opponent has to deal with that board first. If they do not, then we have a big swing for next turn. Evolve, select a follower and deal... oh, nothing. Just evolving to deal damage. If we get a Sage Light Teachings, we win. How? We play Sage Light, gain 4 Earth Sigils, play Sage Light again, deal 4 damage to all enemies, super evolve the Clay Golem, and then we became the aggro deck. Boom! Worked out to our advantage. Look at that. Hyper aggressive with spell boost. Very interesting. So mga Japanese na lang ipaubaya, Forest, math ng math. Nakakatuwa laruin pero pili na lang ng deck na mas gamay talaga. Rune din isa sa mga dadalhin ko. Yeah, it looks good, brother. It has the hyper aggressive line. It has the combo line as well. And it is well positioned in the metagame in the sense that there's a few bad draws that can happen, but except for those odd draws, we are okay.
Medium rare or well done.
Very nice. Okay, Swordcraft mirror match. We've gotten 1 dimension climb in hand. We don't really want that. We don't want Foresight as well because we want cards that deal with units on the board. Like Miss Miranda. Homework Time passes as a card that deals with a unit, so that's not too bad as well. Alright, there's our opponent is very aggressive right now. Turn 1, 1-1. Turn 2, deal 1 damage, and then summon a 1-2 as well. A lot of things are happening at the moment. Let's play a Truth Summons and the turn here. Next turn is where we are actually gonna be thinking. Do we either play Miss Miranda or Seraphic Tidings? Thinking hard. I think we play Seraphic Tidings because if we don't draw Anengrea next turn, we have Miss Miranda to stabilize. If we do draw Anengrea, then that's the play, and we have the play point and the evolution to do that as well. So I think we draw into Anengrea, hopefully, with Seraphic Tidings. Or Sage Light. Sage Light isn't too bad as well. And then Clay Golem either swings at Kagemitsu or at one of the other units. I think we should swing here just to reduce the bleeding that we receive. And then next turn we can do Truth Summoning, Miss Miranda, deal with 2 units. We can deal with a 4-2 with Miss Miranda. Anengrea, nope. Okay, let's play Miss Miranda.
Special assignment today.
Let's play Truth Summon. Let's evolve Miss Miranda. Deal 3 damage there.
This next one.
Wow, Kagemitsu, aggro na aggro. That is true, kapatid. And I think this is on. That is good. That has evolved. Which means we can use the play point to deal 1 damage if we wanted to. And I think we should. Because we're not really gonna do much next turn. If we don't use this next turn, we can use the play point for William, if we wanted to. Thinking of what is more important. Yeah, I think we save it for William next turn, to be honest. So I think we just swing here. Leave that on the board. They can evolve that, which is not the worst for us if they decide to evolve it and swing 3 damage to us. We are okay. So I think that is the play at the moment.
The Lord Commander dons her mask.
Okay, that's a lot of units.
Don't forget to review.
So we're glad that we saved the play point for William to stabilize. That is very good for us. And now here, we can swing. Papalapad lang ng board yan. That is very true indeed. And then from here, let's end the turn. And then starting next turn, we can stabilize with Kuon into Sage Light Looking Smart or back-to-back Kuon. We have to take note that we could die at 6-5. And we can't even do anything about the 6-5. So now what are we thinking about? Do we Kuon now just to get the 4-5? To reduce bleeding from our opponent's 6-5 unit? Or do we heal up? Thinking hard. We can also play Kuon and not Super Evolve. That's another line of play. Just thinking, our opponent can deal with our board with Gino at 7. And then we take 6 to life. If we play Sage Light now, our opponent doesn't have a good line if they have Gino. So I think we Sage Light, but before that, let's draw. Save it for Kuon next turn. Okay.
The spark of knowledge.
Hawk na Albert, that is true. But we can't do anything. Kapatid, it's on 9. We die on 9. That's a lot of units. Ouch. 11. We can still use our Kuon to stabilize from here. That is crucial. I think what we can do is play an Engrea the turn before our opponent plays the Albert. We're dead nonetheless.
Most who take the high road wind up dead.
No other play except for Kuon into a Super Evolution to wipe the board. Then from here, 6 into 5.
I die a warrior's death.
3 there. Use the play point to deal with the Albert. Hopefully no follow-up yet for this turn to end us, no? And after that, we could potentially run away with the game if we survive this turn. Deal 4, deal 5 to life. Couldn't do anything about it. So what option did we had? We had an option to play Kuon early to deal with the white board. Keep our William for that ambush unit. It's another play, to be honest. GG, GG. Rough times.
Or well done.
I long for sights unseen.
Okay, Forest. So Forest is very aggressive. That is something to take note of. This is an interesting keep though. Kaya nagyang mag-face. Yeah. So let's try this. So why are we keeping this? So the game plan here is to hyper-aggressively dimension climb on turn 6 or 7. Our opponent can combo off on turn 8. But before turn 8, usually we'll be at a very healthy life, which means we have a bit of time in the early game to set up hard. So let's draw a lot of cards before that happens. Deal with the board. Like 2019 is not much of a difference for us. We can also heal it back up. So this kind of play is aggressively dimension climbing into either heals or defensive units. So we'll take a lot of damage. We'll go down to 16 potentially next turn. But we're okay with 16 if we've got Sage Light to go back up to 20. So at least with this play, what happens, and we have Emilu to deal with the board, which is very nice as well. So let's end the turn. Let's see what happens from here. Ooh! Lining up nicely with our little Emilu. Our Emilu has cost reduction for every card we play, so that is quite good as well. Can't play anything else from here. Emilu, hello, little girl. And then from here, we evolve Emilu, summons a Clay Golem, and deals damage equal to the number of Clay Golems we have. And that's how you wipe out the fairies on turn 4. Very nice. That is one of the reasons why we are playing Emilu in this deck. It doesn't look like it's the best unit to play, but because of the board wipe potential, we are running one. We could stabilize with Anne and Grey as well at that point, but this is just the easier line. Hello. Okay. What are we after? Now we can Anne and Grey at this point. And then deal with the board. Next turn, we can Sage Light into Homework Time, for example. We will plan to gain later on. 2 to life? Are we starting the aggression? We can, I think. And turn. The way to deal with our board is that, but even if you evolve that, you can deal maximum of 9 damage across the board, which means one unit will stay alive, which is that. So this thing can't really go through and summoning unless they use more cards, which is great. And then from here, there's a 5/5 on the board, but we do have Kuon now. So now let's stabilize again with our Kuon. Hyper aggressively Kuoning.
Useless.
Let's deal with that.
I failed you.
Let's swing 4 at life. Let's swing there. Let's also swing here. End the turn. Have our opponent deal with our units again. So if you notice, we're forcing our opponent to be on the back foot. There's no Godwin's staff, I think is the name as well. So that is something that is helpful for us. They're not drawing a lot of cards. So they're not deploying a lot of units as well. Ooh, is this staying on the field? 4-4. Super Evolve? Sure. So now is a good time to heal back up. To go back to a safe spot, let's play Miss Miranda here.
Special assignment today.
Demonic Call at this point. Looking smart. Sage Light to heal back up. Evolve to deal 3 damage. That should also make our Dimension Climb 1 to use. For now, we're rushing through our deck, trying to be as aggressive as possible. Looking smart to draw a card. Truth Summons. Blaze Destroyer.
So this.
And that's it. We're going as wide as we possibly can to just maintain the pressure against Forest Draft. If I remember correctly, they don't really have a board wipe, except for the 5 cost that we saw that splits 9 damage across the board. And that, what is that? Do this X times, deal 1. X is the number of pixies in your hand. Cool. So we're forcing all of those very early. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. With Super Evolve, so not just yet. Using Roach early, okay. I see, I see. Annengray is great. That is gonna give us a 5-5. We are 100% happy with the 5-5. So let's play that out. And then from here, the question is, do we Super Evolve? I think we do. There's also a play to Super Evolve and Summoning. Becomes an 8-8. Their opponent will have to deal with an 8-8. 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be the play, to be honest. So even if a board wipe happens, we have a 6-5 unit on the board. They have to deal with all of this. So let's see if Super Evolving the 5-5 matters. If we die this turn, then it matters. But the question is, can we die from 16 with only 7 cards in our opponent's hand? That is the question.
Forest guard dons his mask. I see.
Okay, that's a board wipe. Is he attempting to pop our 5-5? It stayed alive. That is very good for us.
I was foolish, wasn't
And then we win. Boom! We're going up.
Victory is mine.
A0 diamond. Looking good. Let's continue the fun.
Medium rare or well done. We have much to discuss.
What are we playing against? 100% throwing away Sage Light Teachings. So that is Portal Craft. Let's keep our 2-cost units and a homework time to draw extra cards. That's a nice one for the curve as well. Let's see what happens here. Oh, okay, 1/1 is in. Let's play our own 1-cost Foresight. Draw a card, and then we can do back-to-back Truth Summons at this point. Truth Summon number 1 end the turn, and then we can do a Truth Summon number 2 or a Miss Miranda as well, potentially. Okay. Our opponent's very aggressive at the moment. We can heal back up. It's bad though because we can't do much after that. We heal, we take 4 again, we're down to 16 again. So might as well play out our units. And then the turn after we have double Miss Miranda. The turn after that we have Sage Light homework time. Bullet? Okay, we'll take the bullet. 4 cost, pop anything, and pops. So play point cost was much higher than what we used to play with. So usually when that happens, in theory we're in a good spot. So let's play Miss Miranda back to back. Let's evolve 1 to deal with a 2/2. Swing once there, and we could use the 1 play point as well to pop that, which I think is not too bad, at which point we should have done that first when it evolved, so that, for example, Stormy Blast gets a bit higher. We were not planning to, but because it lined up well, we went for it. Very nice. Just sharing our live. If you are watching, feel free to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. It is very much appreciated, especially that we are now live on 3 platforms: Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. There. Cool, and then what are we after? Anangrea will help us stabilize here, so that is very nice as well. Yes, I think we deal 3 damage there. Use Anangrea to deal with a 4/6. That leaves us with a 5/5 that our opponent would not be able to get through to deal with our Anangrea. We could trade there as well, and then keep that there, but I think this play is nice for us to at least guarantee a 6 swing, unless they commit a lot of cards to deal with Anangrea. So there we go, that's our Anangrea surviving to dish out good damage, which is quite nice. So from here, let's apply a lot of pressure with Kuon super evolving on there. There's no Orchis yet, our opponent's gonna go up to 7. So this is a good opportunity for us. Let's swing there for 6. Swing there for 2 damage to deal with that. 4 there, and then 6 there, bringing our opponent down to 9 life. They have to deal with our full board, at which point we should be able to deploy nice big threats. 8/8, scary, but we have Stormy Blast to deal with that. That's spell boost 3. puppets are gonna deal with our tinier units, but we still have a 2-cost swing, which is quite nice as well. We have the life gain now, which we can use as well. So let's use Foresight first. Foresight again. Ooh. Draw 2. Do we want the draw 2? I don't think we do. I think we want life gain now.
The spark of knowledge.
Just to be at a stable position. And then from here, let's play out. We can also choose to not play out the demonic call, to be honest. Pressure with the Blaze Destroyer instead. Deal with that with our Stormy Blast. And swing for 2. Why? Because demonic call plus our Kuon, if we draw into another Kuon, is lights out for our opponent on turn 10 if we have the Super Evolution.
This burden is mine.
No Orchis. Okay.
Only ransom I take.
Can you deal with our board?
I would give
I
anything.
don't miss.
Ah, yes. Summon a Striker Artifact.
We can pass on.
And then from here, we don't really have much plays except for Seraphic Tidings into Emilu. Do we want Emilu? This is gonna be a weird one. We have the Demonic Call to play, which is nice. We also have Stormy Blast to deal damage there.
I have no regrets.
Question is to play Emilu plus Super Evo, but I think Demonic Call lines up very nicely. We prefer to have saved that for the Kuon on 10. But Kuon on 10 is still lights out as long as the opponent's on 11 life. So that is something we need to watch out for. Let's see. Enhanced Puppet. Okay. So next turn we can play Emilu into Dimension Climb. Set up for... We have nothing at that point, so we're setting up for a Kuon play on 10. So what we need is to survive until 10. Our opponent is getting close to the big puppet 10 cost. Hello, life gain. 3, 7. Now, question is, do we Sage Light? I don't think we do, because we are planning to Dimension Climb immediately to draw 5 cards. So it's 2 parts. Either we use it for play point advantage, but here we used it for card advantage because we ran out of
May
cards.
wings be at your back.
Draw,
May wings be at your
draw. Ooh, a hero. Nice. Let's use that.
The spark of knowledge.
And then from here, can our opponent deal with us from 19? I don't think they can. So let's just swing at life. Option is to Super Evo Emilu, but we have Kuon on 10 to end the game. Sure. What is going on? We'll take it. Our opponent's just combining gears at the moment. Sure. And now, we end the game.
I walk the 5-4 path. Out of my way.
I have much to learn.
Boom. We got there.
Victory is mine. That feels correct.
Victory is ours. A 0 diamond going up. Very nice indeed. I wanted to become master before the season ended, but apparently, if it is true, then it's gonna be ending tonight. which means we don't have time to get to Master. But at least we were consistently in Diamond tier. Ooh, Mirror Match. We've got Foresight. We don't really need Stormy Blast, although having one is nice as a guarantee to deal with Miss Miranda from our opponent's side if they do draw that, because this can be worse. Like, this could be a Sage Light Teachings, which we don't really want in the early game. What we are after, though, is Dimension Climb. That is what we are after. So now the game plan is to get Dimension Climb to 0 and get a Ruler of Cositus at that point. Okay, from here we end the turn. We're just chilling. If our opponent plays a unit, we Stormy Blast that. They draw a card, we draw a card. We drew a unit as well, very nice. There was a play to play Miss Miranda out to pressure the board, but I think we'd rather draw more cards so that Miss Miranda can target stuff quite nicely. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, Homework Time is gonna draw us 2 cards, which is 2 cards too much. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think we play out Miss Miranda. We Stormy Blast their Miss Miranda, ending the turn from here. Our opponent now has a play of putting out Aningrea, which we also have ourselves. That would also turn Homework Time into Looking Smart, which is going to be 1 cost, deal 2 damage. Let's see. Ooh, Truth Summons. Do we aggressively Aningrea is the question. Another play is to evolve Miss Miranda to get that extra spell boost and dish out 4 damage early on. That is not bad as well. If we do that, it lines up nicely against their Aningrea. They won't be able to deal with all of our units, so that might be the play, to be fair. Playing out Aningrea for the spell boost, evolving Miss Miranda up to deal 4 damage. And even if they Aningrea here, they can deal 3, trade 5 to 5, and then that would not be enough. Oh, no Aningrea. We are pressuring hard, folks. Oof. You're gonna take a lot of damage this turn.
This next one's for extra credit.
Doesn't work. So how do we deal with that? Let's play another actually, we don't have to. We can have a wider board if we wanted to. If that's the case, let's draw 2 first. Deal 2 to face. If we do evolve at this point, it's gonna be 10 damage.
You're done for. Defeat is not an option. It's over.
Boom! And then from here, we can actually end the game with Kuon if we wanted to. Thinking either Double Truth Summons or Aningrea is the play. Thinking of the line, if we play Aningrea, we're forcing our opponent to Kuon early. That's gonna force them. This looks good actually. Only a William can deal with this board. We save our Truth Summons for Emilu as well if we need to, which is also nice. If they Kuon at 7, 6-6 can deal with that. 3-2 and 2-2-1 can deal with that. 4-5 can deal with that, leaving us with Miss Miranda at 4 to deal 4 more damage. So that's good. And we eat up their Super Evo as well. Very nice.
Crawl like the vermin you are.
So there you go, 6 damage there. We also eat up the 4 damage that they're gonna be doing, like that. So that's a really good play for us. And as predicted, our Miss Miranda stayed alive. At which point we can just keep the pressure up with our own Kuon.
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Crawl like useless.
We have to deal with that first, no problem.
Useless.
Swing there,
Into the night.
swing there, swing there, swing there. Ending the turn. Everything lined up quite nicely for us. And now we will be ending the game. What is our opponent planning for? Cool, we'll take it. Oof.
You're tough. I'm impressed.
Boom, we got there. A0 Diamond moving up. Played in the mirror match, went hyper aggressive in that game. 3-match win streak, looking good. If you are enjoying the stream, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that follow button as well. It is very much appreciated, and aside from that, the next time we go live, you will be alerted that we are live as well. Our schedule is usually around these times, so yep, we're just chillin', having a good nice stream. Blaze Destroyer. Forest Craft is a bit slow in the beginning, and we also have not much. Demonic Call is nice after an Anengrea turn, so that might be our mulligans. And now with those mulligans, we have a turn 1, a turn 2 play. We don't have a turn 3 play yet. Hopefully we draw into it. Let's draw a card. Okay. Interesting. I think we should be able to deploy most of our hand by turn 5, which gives us a hyper aggressive line to lean towards. So we are going for the hyper aggro game plan. That means we're just gonna go face until we're tired of going face because of our hand. So if you notice, chat, that our playstyle changes depending on what we have in hand. That's okay, even with all of these fairies, as long as these things are not going face, we are in a good spot.
Be cleansed.
So now we go for the Anengrea play. That is gonna deal with that. We've got 2 to... We should have evolved the Clay Golem to deal 2 actually. To deal 4 damage. That's a misplay from my side as well. It's not too bad because we can still use it for Anengrea if Anengrea survives, which leaves it at the same spot. And then next turn we have Anengrea into double Demonic Call to deal with the board. Sure.
I see.
Draw a card, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. Sure, sure. Can you deal with that? Ooh. Interesting. So if we evolved that, that would have survived to deal 4 again. That should have been our play. No worries at all. Let's go for another line of big pressure. Let's swing there.
I should have practiced more.
Just going for an ultra wide board.
I need an adult.
Ending the turn here again. Does our opponent have the 5 cost split damage across the board? That is what we don't want to see from their side. That doesn't look like it.
Same time tomorrow?
Great. And then 4433. If you've got no answers for that, we will be having a good time. Oh.
Caught us off guard.
Okay. Next turn, we're gonna be healing up with Sage Light because we don't want even 2 damage. I think 19 damage is potential, is what our opponent potentially does easily from 8 play points. Ooh, more units. Are you super evolving? Sure. That is a white board again. Scary. Huh. What are we thinking about? Double Sage Light wipes the board, and then we'd be able to play a Blaze Destroyer then to deal with Bailey, because that's the only unit that will be left afterwards, and I think that is our line. Just to deal with all of the units. Thinking of Evolve or Super Evolve, I think Evolve is okay. Our Blaze Destroyer has a lot of life, so they still have to deal 3 damage to it if they wanted to. That's gonna throw away a lot of fairies. And then next turn, what's that? Add a Deepwood. Oh, that's the 0 cost game 1 life and then draw a card. Okay. Another one, sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll take it. As long as we are stable when we draw 5 cards, we're still on 18 life. Not a lot of pressure applied, sadly. But what can we do? Cool, let's deal 1. Let's use Dimension Climb. Thank you for the draws. And then from here, here's an interesting play. We can play Kuon. Because our opponent kept using the cards that reduce life to 1, we can actually evolve our 4-5 now. And there's not much to deal with that. We're not using a super evolution just yet. We're just evolving so that we have a nice beefy ward unit that they have to deal with. Because our opponent could potentially go off now to end the game. Are they planning to? We didn't go for the Super Evolve line because that provides a weaker ward unit, while this line provides us with a beefy unit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 3, 16, 17. Even if we Super Evolve Kuon, we're not going to be dealing with the board, sadly.
Wiggle with your wings, twinkle with your toes.
Great. Trying hard to deal with our 6-7. Oof! Super evolved a fairy. We'll take it. Roach is down. Roach is dealing 8. And Roach is back in hand again. Ruler is in. That's quite nice as well. William can deal with the board. I think we can start with the Looking Smart to see what we get.
1, 2.
Stormy Blast is very nice to draw as well. Let's Seraphic.
May wings be at your back.
draw some cards. We can Seraphic again if we want to. Doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still not dealing with a roach that's in hand.
May wings be at your back.
None shall escape.
So here, we're just gonna deal with the 7/7 that's there. Swing at life. And call it from there. We die from a roach combo. From 9, but we don't have life gain nor blockers to use.
Forest guard dawn.
Okay. It's gonna deal X damage split across the board, leaving our 11-9 physically fit. Physically fit. Deal with that, please. Oof. Okay, go for it. Great. We'll take it. And from there, I think we win. How do you win from here? You use, first you need space. So let's deal with this. That's gonna end that unit. Now let's use the play point to summon a Kuon. That's gonna create a Shikigami whose stats are equal to the Shikigamis that died, including the 2-1 we had earlier. Let's super evolve our big Shikigami now. And then from here we can deal 12-2, face, and that's the game.
This is new.
Ooh.
Victory is mine.
Victory is ours. Plus 320 play points, thank you. 4-match win streak. Our live stream is looking good at the moment. We have a good run so far.
Medium rare.
Mirror match. Okay, in the mirror match, we want dimension climb early. We also want a unit to be able to pressure. We're going first, so we have a slight advantage at this point. So let's throw away Demonic Call and Aningrea, one of them at least. We're not going for the fully aggressive line, and double Aningrea doesn't work because it doesn't line up. You can't do back-to-back Aningrea like how we do it when we're going second. So our game plan is to go for Truth Summons and Emilu are in hand, so I think there's an argument to hold on to Truth Summons this time for our Emilu play.
Special assignment today.
And now let's start the aggression. Summon Truth Summons, Stormy Blast Miss Miranda. Deal 2 damage. If our opponent deploys, like for example, double, like Clay Golem plus Miss Miranda, we have Emilu to deal with the board and just continue applying pressure. Okay, dealt with our unit. Put down a Miss Miranda. We are quite happy with that, folks. Let's go for Foresight. We can either Demonic Call or Emilu. I think we Demonic Call, swing there, deal 2 there, and the turn here. Or play Emilu out for more pressure. If we play Emilu out, if our opponent has Aningrea, they just empty our board. So I don't think we do. We save Emilu for the potential sweep. or just as an extra 2 cost for mid-game.
May winds be at your back.
Drawing 2 cards. Interesting. 4 or 5. Okay. What are we thinking about? Now's potentially a good time to evolve. Have our 4/4 be on the ready. Deal a lot of damage now. And then at this point we are forcing an Anengrea play by just having a wide board. Even if they play Anengrea and evolve, they pop Emilu for example. Anengrea has to trade here. And the golem goes there. So that means our board deals with Anengrea as well. Which is what we want to anyway. Okay.
Right behind you, Anne.
So this is gonna force a trade for Anengrea. So that means we're not stressing. Trade and then there. Which means we are in a good spot. Now we either Anengrea ourselves and wait. That's also not too bad. Because that means they need to deal with Anengrea again. We're not evolving. If they play a Kuon into a Super Evolve, that is one less Super Evolve as a problem. What do they have? Stormy Blast? Deal with Anengrea? Looking smart. Okay. Nothing?
Special assignment today.
Miss Miranda Evolve. Okay, we'll take it.
This next one for extra
Caught us off
credit.
guard.
Seraphic brings homework time
Wings be at your back.
to 1. Thinking. I was hoping to save Demonic Call for late game to just one-shot our opponent with Kuon, but I think we have to go for it now because we want to look smart drawing into Dimension Climbs, and I think we can trade here.
Don't forget to review.
Now our opponent has the tempo. Our opponent can deploy a board, but has lost almost all of the evolutions. Do you super evolve is the question. I don't think you do, to be honest, which means we are the ones who are going to be super evolving first or dealing with a board with William. Thinking hard. William's not a bad play. Why? Because we still have evolve to apply two spell boost and deal with the 4/5 they have as well. Our William's just on 3, but that lines up not too bad to what our opponent's board looks like.
You're done for. I'll handle this.
We were a bit behind in getting our dimension climbs, so that helps us as well.
May wings be
Ooh,
at your back.
no answer for William? Oof.
Of knowledge.
Okay.
Pardon my language.
Tempo is now back to us again. That is very nice. No, not really then. What are we thinking about? We are thinking about Kuoning now. And the next turn potentially dimension climbing if we wanted to. Or we Kuon next turn for 10 and the turn after that for 10 again. Those are the two lines of plays that we are thinking about. But I think having a Kuon now is not bad. Especially that we're forcing our opponent to deal with our board now.
None shall escape the lash of my flame!
Crawl, useless.
We also bring them to 11, which is exactly enough for a top deck 1 to end the game. So for example, if the turn passes back to us, we will have exactly 10 for Dimension Climb if they deal with our whole board. That means we'd have a second chance to draw, actually a lot. We'll draw 5 attempts to draw a Kuon. If they deal with our board.
To the edge of what's known. Get lost.
None shall escape the lash of my flame!
Crawl like the vermin you
Huh. One mirror. Interesting.
into the
We are still in the same position. Ooh. Went for our unit. That means it's highly likely that our opponent has the Ruler of Cositus for next turn, because our opponent doesn't care about our life. That's a big argument to attempt now to draw for Dimension Climb. Kuon, please. Thank you very much. And that is how you win the game when you are unsure. Boom. Exactly 11 damage on the dot.
crawl like the useless.
Boom.
All burnt out.
Victorious.
Victory is mine. That feels correct.
5-match win streak. So far, so good. We are climbing up. If you are enjoying the stream, feel free to hit that like button, that subscribe, that follow button. It is very much appreciated. You will be alerted for the next time we go live. In the foreseeable future, we are going to be playing a bit more of these games. We could potentially switch decks because the metagame is going to shift, I think, with the new expansion. But yes, it is an enjoyable game, and I think we are going to be playing this in the foreseeable future, which is nice. Ooh, we've got early units, Truth Summons, Miss Miranda, Aningrea for the mid game. Our opponent's not doing much, so that is good for us as well. Truth Summons first, and the turn. We are going to be going for our hyper-aggressive lines. Ooh, that's all of our Truth Summons. Okay. Let's just summon all of them then. Next turn, 2 and 2 as well. Next turn, Aningrea. We're gonna make our opponent deal with our board based on what our hand is. Looks like we're going for the aggressive line. Come one, come all, folks. We are live playing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. We are currently ranked A0 Diamond at the moment, and we are having fun. We wanted to go for Master, but we've only been playing the game for a week, I think, so we're really new to the game. But we used to play competitive Magic and what else? Axie, which is a Web3 game as well. All of these are card games, and we're applying all of our knowledge from those into the card game we are currently playing. It is nice because the game sense of card games apply really well with each other. Okay, uses Glade to deal with the board. We're okay with that, to be honest. We have Aningrea to stabilize. Thinking of super evolving to pop that and deal 6 here to leave our 5/5 there. That's not a bad shout, because if we use this to trade there, then a unit that reduces our Anangrea to 1 life just makes it irrelevant, basically. So, let's use our thingies to set up for a nice, strong Anangrea swing to life next turn. Because, for example, if you're the opponent, you can't really use the reduced life to 1 unless you're gonna use it on Anne's summoning. At which point we are okay with that as well. So this line is setting up for a big swing for 6. Like all of these fairies, they have to deal with the 5/5. What is that? Oh, that deals 1 to a random follower. Great. I didn't know that card exists. Alright, so for here, let's Foresight. Draw a card, Seraphic Tidings, draw 2 more cards, and then we drew a Miss Miranda, very nice, that deals with our fairy that is threatening Anangrea's life. Down to 10, that means on our own 10 play points, Kuon can end the game. But we're not gonna wait for that because our opponent can actually just deal. It's not dealing 1 to our Anangrea at all. We're just going for the hyper aggressive lines. Roach! That's an early Roach. Okay. 5? 100% we're ending that Roach. Ooh, Anangrea. But I think Kuon's the line because Kuon applies a lot of pressure.
None shall escape the lash of my flame!
Crawl, useless.
Down to 5 is very low.
Was my failure written in the stars?
Ending the turn, and then next turn, we can just Dimension Climb to draw a Kuon, potentially. Again. That might be our line again. Ooh, okay. Going back to 6 is big, because we can't threaten lethal at 6. Unless one of our units survive. 7/7. Super Evo. But then what about our Kuon? Life or trade? Life? Oh, killing us. Oh wow.
All burnt out.
3 roaches. Our opponent had 3 roaches in hand. Wow. The power of Forestcraft, folks. We have no chance of dealing with it. If that's how it plays out. Triple roach.
Medium rare. Or well
Seraphic Blaze Destroyer, don't really need that. Oh, a mirror match. If it's a mirror match, we just want to draw a lot of cards. Hoping to draw into... Thinking actually, do we want Kuon then? If that's the case. Maybe yes? I mean, if we draw into a Sage-like Teachings, that's gonna be much worse. And this is a control game anyway, so there's not gonna be a lot of threats showing up on board. So next turn we Foresight into Stormy Blast if our opponent plays a unit, which is like that. Ooh. We can also just play our own unit. Next turn Seraphic, turn after that Seraphic again. Our opponent will be doing the same. We need Dimension Climbs. First person to get to Dimension Climbs early is usually gonna come out ahead. Oh, another 2. The mirror match, folks. 3, 7, 9. This brings us to 9. Second Kuon. Okay. I see you. Let's deploy something so that we still draw a card with our plays.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, Ann.
Anne and Grey is there. We do have Stormy Blast to deal with it though, so that's good. Hello, Dimension Climb. Welcome. Come in. Stormy Blast is gonna deal 4 damage. Exactly. To Anne and Greya. That's nice. Looking Smart is gonna bring us to 9 again. We're okay with that because we have a Blaze Destroyer to play. Cool. Deal with this then. And turn...
By the pen and the sword.
9-9. That is huge. We do have an answer for that in the form of Looking Smart plus Anne and Greya. So that's really nice.
Right behind you, Ann.
We evolve. Deal 3. We're gonna burn a card, sadly, with our play.
I give up.
The pen and sword.
But we are leaving a 6-6 for our opponent to deal with. Plus, we have a Kuon line for next turn. So that's not too bad as well. I wish we could have, like, discard a card.
Right behind you, Ann.
Discard Sage Light, for example. Ooh.
No! Caught us off guard.
Emilu died? Huh. Interesting. What are we thinking of playing? I'm thinking of playing William, to be honest. Oh, no, we have a line. Great. Gain 4 Earth Sigils. Use all 4 Earth Sigils to deal with Anne and Greya.
Caught us off guard.
We will take that line. And then from here, do we play anything else? I don't think we do. Let's end the turn. So what are we planning for? We are planning for a Kuon line. So we are going to play Kuon on 9. The 10 cost Kuon, deal 10. Hope we don't die the turn after. The only way we do die is Astaroth's, the 10 cost Astaroth's thingy from Ruler of Cositus.
And the sword.
12-12, do we have an answer? William.
Great rules.
That's not gonna work, buddy. We have an answer for that. Ooh. Anne and Greya, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. Nope. We are not gonna go down. So first we Truth Summons, right? Well, no, we can't. Truth... Oh yes, we can. Truth Summons into Demonic Call. Into a William.
New year, new me.
Into a Trade.
The pen and sword.
Into an Evolve.
You're done for. Oh, you're asking for a hex, mate.
Into a Blaze Destroyer, and we look good. We're pressuring the board. They have to deal with all of that. After they do, we Kuon. They deal with our 10-10, and then we Kuon again after that. Do you have an answer for our board, buddy? Oof, you do. You have a lot.
You're done for. Oh, you're asking for a hex, mate.
That's gonna be interesting. We just wing it. I think we are supposed to wing it at this point. 110.
The
7, 8, 9. Let's swing it. Dimension Climb. Second Kuon, that's great. Demonic Call. That's really good as well. William will be able to deal with the board now. 6, right? Yes.
None shall escape the lash of my flame!
Crawl like the vermin you are.
William, deal with the board. 1, deal with that. 10 to life. Only way we lose is a ruler into dimension into Astaroths. A ruler into the 6 cost 10/10 storm will also not end us, which is nice. We should have engaged the Earth Sigil as well. But anything aside from that, we are gonna be okay. Let's see. What is your line, buddy?
I walk the fivefold path. Out of my way.
You're walking the 5-fold path, and then what? Dimension Climb? That William into Kuon was... Kuon into William from our side was huge. Not gonna lie. Cool! Trade. And then what? Cool, we'll take it. Are you able to clean up though?
Pardon my language.
And now we just end the game with a big boy. 13, 12. Oh, 13, 13. Boom.
Crawl like the vermin you are.
Got there again. That is good.
Victory is mine.
We're moving up. Continuing the fight. Let's see. Matches found. Abysscraft, Cerberus. Okay, Abysscraft is a highly aggressive deck. So that means we need to cover our bases. Emilu is not bad. We need to get stuff for Emilu to spell boost with. So please give us small things. That's not tiny. We're in for a world of hurt, I think. Nice! Pass the turn. We're passing the turn as well. This is where it starts to get painful. 2 cost 2/2. Do we have an answer? No, we do not. Ending the turn again. Seraphic into Aningrea. Ouch. We'll be on 12 when we stabilize. Or we'll be on 10 when we stabilize, actually.
May wings be at your back.
Okay, we drew a Sage Light. No more units, please. Okay, well, we're on 14. 14 is not the worst. Not gonna lie. Ooh, stabilize. Pump. 2 damage. 3 damage, sorry.
Defeat is not an option.
And then from here we end the turn. Wait for a bit. Let's see what comes down. That was 7 damage randomly. It just randomly went to Aningrea. Oof. Anyway. Let's start with a Foresight. That's gonna make that become a draw to deal 2, which is very nice as well. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we Demonic Call here. We look smart.
I give up.
It's gonna draw 2. From here, we either play Emilu and swing. I think that's the line. Let's swing. Thinking of Emilu to just have a Clay Golem and a 4/4. 4/0, I mean, that's not bad, right? Are we gonna use this for something else later on? We could use it for Miss Miranda later on, to be honest.
You won't believe your magic vision.
So let's just end the turn here. Next turn, we're gonna go for Miss Miranda Evolution, plus Stormy Blast, plus a heal, plus Blaze Destroyer. Or draw cards. We're greedy with the card draw. Alright, we'll take the trade. Ooh, hello, double heal. So, let's start with the Miss Miranda.
Assignment today.
Do we want Miss Miranda? I think we do.
You're done.
This next one's for extra credit.
Brings it to 0. Which means we can even go for a double 8/6 at this point. Question is, do we die from 11? I don't think we do, and they're pressured to deal with our board as well. Double 8/6. Can you kill us from 11? I know, like, the character Cerberus is an 8 cost that summons a ton of units.
Turn to stone.
Yes, Medusa deals with the board. That can just pop everything. Annoying. Not sure if all Abyss Crafts run Medusa. I don't always see it, which is interesting. Cool. From here we could just die, so I think we should start healing back up.
The spark of knowledge.
And then let's Stormy Blast that. 7, yes, looks good.
This fight didn't count.
And then from here we don't really have an answer to the board. So we are forced to Dimension Climb, I think.
Are you having any fun yet?
Even fate shall fall to this
Ouch. That is big damage. Looking smart.
I give up.
Draws 2 cards. We drew a William, which is actually one of the cards we do need, but not at this point. Sage Light. Oh, yep. I think we should heal up.
The spark of knowledge.
Start dealing damage to our opponent's thingies.
This is not the end.
Dimension Climb into something relevant, please. Thank you very much. Draw 2 cards. Play a Quan for stability and mental strength. End the turn there. Next turn, if they do deal with the board, we do have a Quan to play. We could have also played all of these other units and could have gone for a double Quan to end the game. Back-to-back Quan.
I'll always watch over you.
But I do like the stability that we are presenting. Okay.
Keep this up all day.
Chill, bruh.
Save a place for you at my dinner table.
Cool, let's go for it. Big boy Quan.
I walk the fivefold path. Out of my way.
Boom. Into
None shall
Super Evolution. Swing 6 there, swing 10 there.
Vermin useless.
Looks really good. A Medusa from our opponent's side would make them stabilize again. But we are now in a position to Kuon to end the game. But we only have one left. Because we played one out early. So I think that is a misplay, to be honest. Now that I think about it. Should have saved the second Kuon. To just go back-to-back Kuon. Can you deal with this? A Medusa would wipe this board up. At which point we have Dimension Climb, Miss Miranda, Truth summons to play. So we'd be on 10, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Dimension Climb will be on 5. So we'll have, what's that? Bane. At the end of your turn, restore 2 defense to your leader. Restore 4 instead and give it barrier. Very strong. Ceres. But what? No ward, right?
I'm done here.
I just super evolve swing life. Done and dusted.
Victory is mine.
2-match win streak. Build is looking sweet, folks. We're running Truth Summons and Emilu. Emilu has not been relevant. It's also not been bad as well. Like, for example, if we just need space to draw more cards, cost 0, play it down. If we do need a sweeper for the rare occasion, we can do that as well. We're going second, so we're worse off, basically.
Let's get this over with.
So let's throw away the do we throw away the Kuons then? If our game plan is to go back-to-back Kuon on 10, do we just keep the... No. We're gonna die if our opponent decides to... Oh, we do have Anne and Greya to stabilize if we want. Let's try it. Our line against the mirror match is Kuon on 10, right? And then the only hope we have is to not die from our ruler of Cocytus into a Kuon. So this line is just guaranteeing we have our 9 and 10 play. We just might die to early aggression. And 11. That means we can Kuon on 7 once as bait. Okay. We have lines, that's good. Let's see if it works.
May wings be at your back.
If it works, we'll have a formula. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next turn, we play Anne and Greya. Turn after that, we draw cards again. Okay, a unit, 2 units to pop with Anne and Greya. That's looking good. And we drew Dimension Climb as well, exactly on the turn where we're Anne and Greya. Perfect. Let's pop that. Let's force an evolution from our opponent as well.
Fate is not an option. Don't forget
Because how do you deal with Anne and Greya? You either Stormy Blast that, or you play your own Anne and Greya and Super Evolve to deal with this board. I think our opponent's thinking, does he Super Evolve to deal 3 here and then 5 there? Or just normal trade there? No, I mean, pop something, you can. So there's no line really, except to Super Evolve.
defeat is not an option.
Trade? Cool, we'll take it.
Off guard.
8, right? So no other plays except Sage Light for Earth, Sigils, engage that, and then end the turn from there. We have a line. We're going for the triple Kuon line to end the game. So there's nothing else to play for.
May wings be at your back. Nothing can outshine me.
Cool, perfect Earth Sigil lineup. Sage Light Teachings meet Sage Light Teachings.
Spark of knowledge.
Boom. And then here we can draw a 2 and just play out Emilu. Yes, I think that's the line.
May wings be at
No, we
your
can't play out Emilu. What are we saying? Oof. Nope, we're gonna burn a card. Brain fart. Sorry about that. But we have our lines already.
To the edge of what's known. Get lost.
Huh. Not ruler. Cool. Thinking hard. What are we thinking about? We need to deal with this board. We have something in the form of 1 Kuon. It's not too bad. And I think we do a cheeky little evolution. Not super evolution, we're saving that for our back-to-back Kuon plays. But just a normal evolution. 6, 3, yes. I think that's the line.
You're done for.
Get out of my useless.
Swing there, just so that we don't have a Kuon. Our opponent does not have a Kuon anymore, and then from here, let's trade. Emilu can come down if we wanted Emi to, but no rush. We've got answers in the form of William,
To the edge of what's known. Get lost.
Super Evo, I think. Still no? Okay. Looks like our opponent's going for the end the game line with William. Yes, William can deal with that. With Ruler. 5 to life. Not really relevant for us. The relevant life is 14, 11. Something else. 4. So we can demonic call to William to clean up. That's not bad. Yes, that looks good.
New year, new me.
We can also play out Emilu to force an answer to deal with all of our units. Other play we could have gone for is Stormy Blast, bringing Dimension Climb to 5. If we Q1 for 10, we can actually Dimension Climb for 0 at that point. But we are not planning to anyway. So let's just deploy not threats even, just targets to deal with. Is that the third Kuon? Sadly for you, we also have 3 Kuons.
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Crawl like the vermin you are.
Although,
Pardon my language.
at 10 life, we could die. Not really. They'll have 6. Ruler is gonna be relevant only for the storm thing at 10. We can deal with the board, but I think we have to let it happen.
I walk the 5-fold path.
Our opponent might attempt it. It still could miss, and we'd still be okay at that point.
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Crawl like the vermin you useless.
We can also Dimension Climb now if we wanted to just have something to deal with that Kuon. We do have our win con though, which is a bit of a think. If our opponent has the ruler, then we're lights out. Yes, I think we do.
I give up. I give up.
Nice.
To the night.
Ready, Graham? Right
So we are set up with as much as we can. Our opponent has to deal with 2 ward units that have block. We have still the 3rd Kuan to combo off. We just ran out of time to explain our train of thought.
I give up.
We needed to deal with a 6/6. No answer? No way. William? No more Kuons from our opponent's side. They played all 3 already. So that's good for us.
New year, new me.
Sure. Oof. Still need to deal with that. And that's untargetable because of aura. Okay. Fair enough. Ooh. We can't Kuon just yet. Because we don't win. Does that mean we're supposed to Kuon? Oh wait. Yeah, we don't win. If we Kuon. If this was on 0, we do win. Annoying. Huh. Okay, let's do a chill Stormy Blast twice.
To the edge of what's known. Get
Come on.
crop useless.
Pardon my language.
Ending the turn there. 2 cards. Not too threatening. Hopefully no more Williams. We couldn't end the game. We should have played another spell, whatever spell, to bring Demonic Call to 0. We just ran out of time thinking about plays. Still good for us. We can't Aningrea, will run out of space to deploy things. Are we supposed to just play units out? And hope for the best? That might be the line, to be fair.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, Anne.
Is there still a ruler into... No.
On to the next round.
So if our opponent plays a ruler here, there's nothing else. They need a sweeper here. Like a William.
New year, new me.
Oof. Okay.
Special assignment today.
Climb, please. Okay, that's good. 610.
New year, new me. Pardon my language.
The spark
Healing up. Ending the turn. Next turn, our opponent has to deal with our board. They're just on 3 life. They've used a lot of Williams already. You still have answers like what? Aningrea?
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, Anne.
But you have to super evolve that. You will be unable to deal with our board if you don't.
Never smart to play with fire.
Don't forget to review.
This cleans up really well against us. Oof. Do we lose? 5. Oh, wow. We lost the game. 9. We lost the game because of Runeblade Conductor being a 9/9. Very nice. Very nice game. Oof. The misplay was we needed to bring the demonic call to 0 last time instead of 1. Is there like well played? How do you say well played?
Not bad.
Not bad. Wow. Stop wasting my time.
You're tough. I'm impressed.
We tried. We got far. But our opponent kept deploying threats to deal with our threats. Other play would have been... what? 1 to end the game? That was the only line. We needed demonic call at 0 for that to happen. Swordcraft, one more game.
Medium rare or well done.
With rain.
Medium rare or well done. We have a turn 2. One of these are a turn 3 play, so let's throw one away. Anin Grey is our turn 4 play. Swordcraft, fairly aggressive deck. End turn. Turn after that, we play Miss Miranda. Way of the Maid. Cool. Miss Miranda comes down and what's Way of the Maid? Played Way of the Maid. Select a card in your hand and return it to the deck. Draw 2 Swordcraft followers. Quite strong, not gonna lie. Alright, from here let's draw 2.
Be at your back.
Ending the turn. Next turn we have Anin Grey to stabilize. Homework time. These things are gonna become looking smart, which is quite nice. Oh, okay. Why deploy a 1 to do nothing, buddy? Let's pop that. Swing 5 into the 1/2, ending the turn from here. And then if our opponent plays that and then makes it evolve into an ambush. Oh, that's a lot of thingies. Okay, we've got Miss Miranda. Let's evolve to remove that 1/3 first. And then we've got double looking smart. We're gonna be looking really smart after this. Let's foresight to draw 1 more card. And then from here we play a Blaze Destroyer. We swing 4 there, we swing 6 there, and then we end the turn from there. That was a very big turn for us. No Super Evo yet. Only 1 evolution line to do. We have a huge board at the moment. Sadly, we wanted to play out the other one as well, but we just couldn't. Amelia is coming down, sure. Let's see what's up. Phil Dao gonna evolve and pop something. And then what? Trade. Okay. That means you still take 6. At which point... this is gonna be huge. A Kuon super evolved. That's a total of 11 damage for this turn.
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Can you deal with that? Boom. You're on 3 life, buddy. Well, they can play something that deals 6 to everything. That's quite strong. And aside from that, we're still lined up to play 2-1 to win the game at that point.
Most who take the high road wind up dead.
We fear the dark because it has let me aid
Forged in
you.
steel.
Thumbs.
What's happening?
Break me if you can.
For this? Or you do 2 there and then 5 there? No, you can't. You don't have rush. Only this one. Cool. And now we just clean up, deal 5.
New year, new me.
My oath is fulfilled. Useless.
Victorious! Fastest game ever.
Victory is mine. That feels good.
Victory is ours. Diamond, A0, almost getting to A1. What's it looking like? I think we chill from here, folks. We don't have enough time for one more game before we need to start working. So, let's jump into the lobby and see what we have. If you did enjoy our games, hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. Very much appreciated. You'll also be alerted for the next time we go live. For those unaware, this is one of the features of Shadowverse. There's like a physical place for you to meet other people. And then, let's see what quests we do have from here. Don't forget to claim your keys. Very important. Well, not really, but you get free cards as well. So it's not a waste. You can complete 5 battles from here or ranked matches while sitting here, which gives you 40 play points, which honestly we should have been doing. That's the same as playing from wherever. Because when you open your chests, you get cards, vials, gold cards, so these things matter if you're building your deck. Maximize this, everyone, and then you also get avatars. You can dress up your character to whatever. Ooh, that looks cool. Looking sick. Yep. And yep, it's quite fun in that sense where you actually see the person you're playing against sitting down on the table. Oh, you can challenge. You can sit down, wait for someone to challenge you, and yeah, it's fun. That is us. So if you did enjoy, see you in the next stream. We are gonna be heading off soon. So yeah, just check out our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok as well. We've posted 1 video there as well. And if you do enjoy our streams, hit that like, follow, subscribe button. We are going to be heading off. In life, stay kind, but in PvP, such as Shadowverse Arena, ranked games, stay ruthless. We are going to be heading off in 3, 2,